you all set? Ready to start investigating? Great! Let's go! I've delivered packages all over, but I've never seen a mysterious fairy tale world like this before. Looks like nobody has gotten around to repairing this house yet. Ugh, even I wouldn't dare to sleep in there. It might suddenly collapse in on you. Nothing to see here either. Maybe we can find someone to ask? Aha! Over there! I bet we'll find some people there. Let's go take a look! Uh-huh. I was sure there'd be people here.
There once was a goddess who ruled over fate. Before she died, she left 3 riddles for the kingdom she had created.
What? Who said that?
Long story short, on this day, a sentient feline, an outlander, and a diminutive pixie arrived on the scene. They saw a narrow path off to the side.
Okay, but wait.
Yeah, if you gave ambiguous instructions like that to a Comania Express courier, they'd give you the parcel right back and tell you to write the delivery address more clearly.
Despite how obvious the answer was, the perplexed pixie and the flummoxed feline struggled to work it out. Although, perhaps a small part of the blame could be attributed to my dull... All right, let's try this again. The path on the left-hand side seemed to give off an enticing fragrance, as if to say...
Ooh, that sounds like the start of a good story. Then...
At the end of the path, the motley crew would soon spot a secret stone room. A prophecy had once foretold of a Marquis who shall one day venture inside, and thus it is named the future Marquis's abode to be. You like it? Are you sure you don't want to hear the rest?
What's going on?
Oh, hear me out, all right? I'm sorry for resorting to extreme measures, but I'm trying to help here. Don't worry, the fencing will disappear as soon as I'm done talking.
So are you some sort of fence-spawning yokai?
I'll keep this brief. Firstly, the place ahead of you is a secret room whose purpose, per the legends, is to await the arrival of a certain Marquis. For that reason, it's called the future Marquis's abode to be. Secondly, when you get inside, don't sit on the chair in the center, or bad things will happen. There, that's all. Off you go.
So many summers, winters, springs, and falls, and now at last a hero hither strides.
This realm knows not what lies beyond its walls. Its secrets mystify the world outside.
Wait, new voices. Who are they?
As golden sunlight fills the firmament, the tabletop engrosses your attent. Perchance peruse these pages thence. They surely represent no ill intent.
Why isn't she reading files on the desk? Captivated by the epic poetry and enthralled by the outstanding storytelling, the Outlanders knew what their next objective was. Namely, to remove the clockwork key from the raised platform up ahead.
Cabe, I just realized you said we all had to speak like bards, but every time you open up your mouth, I don't hear any rhymes.
Yeah, I noticed that too. It's once
Strong as stone, firm as steel, the Outlander pulls, but it does not yield.
This has happened many times before, but this time is different. Keep up the attack. Don't give up halfway.
We didn't want to interrupt because listening to you guys argue is...
The attack now over. Only one final step remains.
Now it is the time to seize the key.
But alas, as was the case for all those who had come before, the key still did not move an inch.
Wait, what? They got it out? Yes! Finally! Come on, move your butts! And your lights, assuming they're still in working order. It's showtime!
No hard feelings about your lack of poetic contributions?
Oh, let it go!
Ah! Welcome, esteemed and noble Outlander. Allow us to introduce ourselves.
We represent the 3 great clans of this realm, having been selected as its authorized historic...
Our purpose being to await the arrival of one such as yourselves, who shall remove the clock.
My name is...
You're Cape, he's Albizzi, and that's Bobarano, right? You've done so much talking that we can already tell you apart by your voices.
Aren't we missing someone, though? The guy who led us here to begin with?
Who?
And thus was born the long-awaited fellowship, destined to uncover the truth.
Him.
Well, there's no fourth person, so which of you is the ventriloquist? Come on, out with it.
We've never heard that voice before, but he sounds like he'd be good at reading bedtime stories to...
Whoever it is, I don't know and I don't care. Forget about him. We have far more important things to focus on, like where our journey...
That key you hold is the pivot point about which the past and present of the Metropole revolve. However, between our 3 clans, there is some...
Each clan has its own version of history, detailing the clan's origins and the tale of the dragon of old. And unfortunately, we don't know which one is the...
Dragon? You mean the one that's been acting up recently?
Oh, no, not that one, you adorable little pig.
He means a dragon that would be really, really old if it was still with us today, but it was defeated in ancient times. The new one has nothing to do with our clan.
Was that supposed to be a joke? Anyway, so you...
Not just explore it, but argue incessantly about it. Honestly, I don't care that much. Cape's the one who's always
What we need to figure out is who resolved the dragon crisis. We have...
The moment you removed the key from where it was lodged, you became the honorary Marquis. We humbly beseech you, noble traveler Marquis, we ask you to help us.
Puss in Boots? Are you serious? It's better than Demon Feline, but...
Embrace it, my friend, embrace it. Most cats don't wear boots or speak.
I'm not even a cat, I'm a Nekomata. Now that you know the word, I expect you to use it.
Please allow me to lead you all to a sacred memorial site. It will... This is sacred to my clan. It's where our brave forefathers once took up arms after a bitter battle that dragged on for many days and nights. Finally, our forefathers fought the dragon into submission, and it fled. They took turns, though. So they say. It's just a legend, though.
Wait a second. Did I just hear you admit that your clan's history is just a legend?
History, legend, who cares? My clan was definitely courageous, that's the point. And isn't the truth what we've all been arguing about non-stop for...
Cape's words gave the traveler food for thought. Could it be that the truth in a fictional world is equivalent to But that would have to wait. Apparently, Cape was not alone in his pilgrimage to this sacred site. Unwanted, the traveler and the talking cat, Nekomata, decided to teach them some magic.
Let's light it up!
A true display of heroism and valor. It was as if the spirits of my ancestors were fighting through you.
Here's a thought. Could be wrong, but maybe the Traveler Marquis is a lot more powerful than your ancestors.
Well, technically, by saying that, aren't you implicitly acknowledging that my clan's history is, in fact, true? Prowess and show of courage are a more vivid. Now, let's get down. As we all know, time is but an illusion. Time may flow line by line.
And that clockwork key you have in your hand can turn back time and...
Well, actually, my view is that the illusion of time is more of a problem of consciousness. But the mind cannot understand the dimension of time, so we experience instead an...
I'm getting flashbacks to when I was delivering packages to the
A teacher once asked Albizzi what his greatest fear was, and he replied, dragons. Boberano was asked the same question. He replied. The teacher then turned to Cape and posed the same question.
The manuscript that tells the truth of the historical record, the blueprint to all of creation.
Paimon didn't follow all that, but basically, you're just saying that we need to put the key in.
Exactly. It is said that in the beginning, the goddess of creation took the goddess of fate's manuscript as a blueprint, placed it under the goddess of prophecy's starry realm, and generated. So in a few moments, when the great clockwork key turns the local time here back to the very beginning, we will restore the magic arrays back to...
Hold on, isn't stealing part of the blueprint of creation a little dangerous? Also, how are we supposed to know the original configurations of the magic array?
Well, the general shapes of the configurations have been passed down over the ages. They now form the family crests of each of our clans. To address your other concern, when the house has already been built, do you really think that taking away the construction crew and blueprint will cause...
The Traveler Marquis prepares to insert the great clockwork...
I guess we should start here?
The sacred writings that record the truth of... No, wait. That have shaped the truth. Feast your eyes, rejoice, and cheer.
I don't believe it. So...
Don't lose heart, Albizzi. It does not follow from his is true that ours are false.
That might be the most bogus logic I've ever heard. But keep up the mental gymnastics, Boberano. Been waiting for that look of jealousy on your face.
And yet, it seemed that this conundrum could indeed have more than one solution. The party decided to visit the sacred sites of the other clans and see what their document...
Isn't a narrator supposed to remain detached and objective? It feels like you're forcing a narrative agenda on us. Well, whatever. I'm in a good mood. Let's do it. The instructions say to repeat the process 3 times, and besides,
Let's do my clan next. I'll lead the way.
We'll need the key again, right? Let me see if I can pull it out. Yoink!
finds no pedestal in which to place the great clockwork key.
Where's your clan's pedestal? Oh, let me guess, you hid it away in advance to save yourself the embarrassment of having it exposed.
You done? Okay. Now, since my clan's main claim...
Misinformation.
Ah, shut up, Cafe.
Shut up, Cape.
I swear, if I wind up dead one day, the murderer was Bobarano. Let those be my last words.
My clan's claim to fame is that we outwitted the Dragon of Old and stole its treasure. Ergo, all articles of value that we own...
So, next step is...
Almost. There's one step before that. The door is protected by a smart interrogation system.
Jeez. Well, do you at least know?
The correction fluid of time has dyed white the pages of the Book of Wisdom. But worry not. I had a quick word with the constabulary in advance. They'll ignore the alarm if we get the questions wrong.
Question 1.
The great yokai, Nekomata
And the trusty travel guide, Pixie! Travel guide!
Question 2. By which virtue did the ancients defeat the dragon?
If this is the right answer, I swear I'll...
Correct.
A barefaced lie.
Question 3. Which is more real? The fiction of the outside world?
Hear, hear! Who can be sure that the outside world isn't just a dream? And that when the dreamer wakes up, they won't just find themselves inside? There is no way to know, therefore both are equally real.
All correct. You may have the key, Pedant.
Traveler Marquis, you know what must be done. Please insert the great clockwork key. Oh, and this is my family crest. Let me see what
elaborate fiction the Clan of Wisdom...
If anyone's listening, I would like to submit these as my last words. I surrender. I'm the one who murdered Cappy. Look! My clan's history is true as well! There's that same...
What? Oh, does this mean that my clan is the only...
Given that my clan's wisdom is such a subject of ridicule in your eyes, I will now appeal to my own... It seems likely that the claims made by each of our clans regarding their history and virtue are all true.
Bobarano? How can that...
Oh, I get what's going on. Once, when I was drinking with Guji-ai, she bet me a round of dried fish that I couldn't guess which cup the umeboshi was under. Whichever one I guessed, I was always wrong, and Guji-ai would lift a different cup to reveal the umeboshi. But then, I learned later from one of the shrine maidens, Miyuki, that all of the cups had an umeboshi under them. Just goes to show, I still got a long way to go before I become a great yokai.
Oh, don't mind Fox Lady. That's just her way of teasing you.
Actually, that reminds me. We can now open these 3 treasure chests. And unlike the guessing game you mentioned, this one's not a trick.
Cool. Well, once you've plundered the last of Bobarano's family wealth, we can go to my clan's place.
Guess I'll take the clockwork key again then. Yoink!
Benefits to a life of wandering.
Time to go.
The cohort of truth seekers followed Albizzi to his clan's sacred site. They arrived to the site of a giant.
Up ahead is my clan's gigantified guard. He can be a little pig-headed, and he's incredibly strong.
Wait, but wasn't Kappe's clan the one that's all about strength? So...
Oh, the guard is one of Kappe's people. Size is a coveted trait in the clan of strength, after all. Mine is the clan of empathy, and our key contribution is...
What's empathetic about that?
Our ancestors believed that, just maybe, the dragon of old didn't mean us any harm at all. Perhaps the dragon simply... So, they drank the growth serum and grew even larger than the dragon. Then, they set the dragon down, calmly explained their perspective, and eventually taught it how to empathize. The serum isn't what it once was, though. Nowadays, it doesn't make you grow all that much, and it actually makes you lose your empathy. So, I advise we take a...
Caution, somebody, no doubt, has other ideas. Surely we could avoid a conflict with the guard, they think to themselves, if we could just try to understand one another.
And I have returned! I come with the long-awaited Marquis and their followers to search for the lost origins of our clan!
Well, we weren't told anything about that this morning. Get out of here!
You and Albizzi only wanted to strike up a conversation with the guard. But since greeting you wasn't one of the items included in today's schedule, the relationship quickly soured. If you're just looking for a way in, why not consider taking the path on your left? Determined, presumably, to always do what is...
We should be getting close.
Why is this place so full of junk? Are you the kind of people who never throw away the box when you buy something because you're worried you won't be able to... we'll never find the Oracle Pillars in all this mess.
Never mind that. We have a more pressing issue. It seems there's a slight problem with my clan's family crest. The Marquis may need to utilize their wisdom to solve... This is the last one. The signature. So it's true. Empathy is one of the founding virtues of Constellation Metropole, too.
Just as we suspected, all three are the truth.
Okay. Well, this is a lot to
I get you. It's like in Inazuma, when there were only 6 books in the Mirage Warrior series, it was really popular. But by the time book number 88 came out, nobody wanted to read it. They all lost interest.
A brief moment of joy is drowned out by a growing feeling of melancholy. But perhaps there is a glimmer of hope to be found too? Anyone?
That's exactly what Paimon was wondering, but Boborano kind of already explained it away. So, Paimon, Mom was worried she'd look stupid for asking the question.
It's not a stupid question at all, my dear little pixie. While I did postulate that different truths may coexist, there is an issue when it comes to... The problem is, all three truths are the history of the exact same thing, namely the dragon and the Metropole's origins. Yet all three bear the signature, showing that they're genuine.
Suddenly, the sound of a bell rings out.
The bell! It rang once! What does that mean again? Ah, yes! Highest level of emergency! Everyone to the main entrance! Stat! Bring all the glue traps and place them outside the gates!
The whole city is on the lookout, and there's only one way out. It's the path right in front of you.
Why'd they ring the bell anyway? Also, why is one ring the highest level of emergency?
Obviously because you have to respond fast when it's an emergency. It'd be a bit too late if they waited till the 99th ring.
They're outside! After them!
Time to go.
We made it out. Don't know if we'll still be needing this clockwork key, but I yoinked it out before we ran, just in case.
Okay, but back to the truth problem. There are 3 conflicting versions of the truth, and somehow they're all still true.
I don't know. I doubt anyone here in Simulanka can make sense of it. All we do know is that any manuscript bearing her signature...
Well, she is the goddess of fate, the creator of all this. And all these manuscripts are her grand...
The reason we argued about who was right was that we didn't know enough about the truth of the past. But now we have the truth. So, as surely as we will follow the clockwork path designed for us, so is this the course that history has taken.
We will never argue again.
Is that all there is to it? Is this where the decision made at the first crossroads of destiny is... Overthinking it would be equally pointless.
Could you be any more cryptic? You're planning something, Paimon!
Whatever happens, today was a breakthrough in my journey of discovery. I will go back and share it with my clan.
Me too.
And me.
Let's leave it there for today, then. I'm sure we'll find out what else must...